Just how inverted is the inverted hand? Do you magnificently catch the opponent's blade on the front edge of your mesa, or is it just a Weka? Does it even matter? Let's have a look. Hello Mesa people! We return yet again to the Glasgow Fechtbuch, to items 3 and 10, which mention the inverted hand. Based on our first video in this series, we decided to take another look at the inverted hand. In particular, whether you use the front edge or the back edge to catch the opponent's blade. Since there are no illustrations, not that they always help, we decided to test it for ourselves. But first, a quick recap. Item 3 starts with our mesa pointing towards the ground, somewhere on our left. We raise up our mesa, keeping the palm of our hand towards ourselves, and, well, if you're thinking, that looks a lot like a Weka with the back edge, you're probably not wrong. And, this being the Glasgow Fechtbuch, there's a triangle step. Item 10 starts with our mesa pointing down, somewhere. We raise up to parry the incoming cut, palm towards ourselves, and catch it on the front edge. We then wind our hilt over the opponent's wrist. Predictable consequences occur. Face, ground, joints going the wrong way, all that. Since we like our joints to remain intact, and since we have a lovely concrete floor, we decided not to do any throwing or pretzeling on this occasion. So, when you see somebody getting cut after a front edge parry, just imagine they're instead being thrown to the floor. But enough talk, on to the messering. First up, item 3, using the back edge. When starting from the left, this is relatively simple to pull off, unless, of course, you're asleep or something. We also tried item 3, still from the left, but this time using the front edge to parry. This is much harder to pull off successfully. Since we start from the left, our mesa has to travel quite a ways to get the front edge in place to parry. It's definitely doable, but not necessarily easy. Up next, item 10-ish, starting from the right. Here, we essentially just have to raise up our hand and we're already there. Simple to do, and quite likely to keep you safe. What you do afterwards, of course, is entirely up to you. Cuts, grapples, hugs, whatever works. From the left, you can catch your opponent's blade on the front or on the back edge. The technique works either way. Using the back edge does appear easier since the mesa doesn't need to move as far and it sets up the cut very nicely. That said, it's not as if you can't cut your opponent if you catch their blade on your front edge. The book doesn't tell us which to use. We prefer the back edge when starting from the left, but whichever one you end up using, it's fine. For item 10, in order to make the wrist movement and throw work as intended, you have to catch the opponent on your front edge. If you catch the opponent's blade on the back edge, you can still wind the other way over the opponent's wrist, of course, but that is an entirely different technique from an entirely different source, and it will be the topic of an entirely different video. Yes, you should definitely do some. Item 3 says, do the triangle step. Item 10 says nothing. As we have concluded in previous videos, whatever footwork takes you where you need to go is fine. Just don't fall over. And with that, we have arrived at the end of yet another video. We'll be back with more videos in the future, and we hope to see you back here soon. Bye for now.